So it's time to break your fast. Here's what you need to know. You need to know first what diet you're going to transition into and how to refeed into that diet. I am going to do an individual video for several different diets and how to refeed into them after this video. This video is going to be the other thing that you need to know before you break your fast. You need to be able to calculate beforehand the number of calories that you want to intake on a daily basis. I normally break in 4 weeks worth of preparation before I end my fast. Depending on your current goals, I'm going to go through a few different options here. Okay, and the length of your fast. That's also important. So the length of your fast plus your current goals are going to determine how many calories per day you target for intake. If you have fasted for 7 or less days, let's start with that, 7 or less days, and your goal is to lose weight, still want to lose weight, then the first thing you're going to calculate is your RMR, your new RMR at your current weight and your current level of activity, if you expect to keep that level of activity up. If your level of activity is going to decrease or increase, go ahead and calculate your RMR based off of the increased or decreased activity levels. 7 or less days, want to lose weight. You're going to, for the first week after you break your fast, you're going to eat your RMR. A 7-day fast does not affect your RMR that much. The weight loss can. So that's why you have to recalculate it. But basically what you calculate is going to be accurate. When you run longer fasts, it becomes less and less accurate. So, lose weight, first week, RMR. Week 2, RMR plus 200. Week 3, RMR plus 300. Week 4, RMR plus half of your total daily burn. This means that if you want to continue losing weight after your fast, and you've done 7 or less days, you will, at the end of 28 days, be eating your full RMR plus half your burn. So if your RMR is 1800 and your level of activity has you burning a total of 3800, that means your daily burn is 2000. So you'll be eating 1800 plus half of 2000, that's 1000, which means you target 2800 at the end of 4 weeks as your daily caloric intake goal. This is if you want to continue losing weight and you fasted for 7 or less days. If your goal is different and you wish to maintain, then you get to start with your RMR for 1 week. Then your RMR plus a quarter of your burn for week 2. Then your RMR plus half your burn by week 3. So day 15, you're already back to RMR plus half your burn. You're at 2800 and rock out. And then by the end of week 4, you're at RMR current. And now you have to calculate your RMR every week because you're going to be transitioning one way or the other. Recalculate every week. Recalculate every week. So at the end of 4 weeks, to maintain, you will be eating RMR plus 3/4 of your daily burn. That means that in the same example I just used, 1800 RMR plus 2000 burn puts you at a total of 3/4 of this, 1500 plus 1800, 3300 calories daily intake goal. That's to maintain your weight at the end of 4 weeks. If your goal is to gain muscle, gain weight, you're going to adapt what you eat and also raise all of those numbers daily by 300. It's not as much of a jump as you might think, but that puts you at 3,600 by the end of 4 weeks. More than 7 days, less than 30 days. Your numbers are going to change slightly. You'll use the same math depending on your goals as we used for the 7 or less day fasting. That means if you didn't watch it, I'm sorry, go back, watch it now. The only difference is because you fasted for more than a week, your base RMR has dropped slightly. Not by any substantial amounts, maybe 100. So you take and you reduce all of the numbers that we did earlier for your daily intake goals based off of your current weight loss goals, and you reduce them by 100. That's it. It's not a huge number. You run 8 to 29 days. Less than 30, more than 7. You just take all of the same math and you rock it out. So if you want to lose weight, then your first week is RMR minus 100. Second week, RMR. Third week, RMR plus 100. Fourth week, RMR plus half your burn. Done. You want to maintain. And remember, calculate your RMR every single week. For those of you that have fasted for more than 30 days plus, you will actually take off 200 calories from your RMR when you calculate it. So if you calculate out at 1,600 daily because your new weight is so low and you're super awesome, well then you take your RMR and you reduce it by 200. 1,600 RMR translates down to 1,400. Your RMR will increase as your body adapts. But when you first break a fast, it's low for a minute, a couple of weeks. So you'll take for 2 weeks, you'll take 100 or 200 off of your total daily goal. For weeks 3 and 4, you take 100 off, and by the end of 4 weeks, you're back to your regular RMR as your base number for calculating your daily intake. Next up, refeeding syndrome, the monster under the bed of water fasting. How scared should you really be?